Hello and welcome to another impromptu bowling session from a very crooked Masons. That's a little better. Leominster, Massachusetts. Reality check time after the 113, not the 103, and 120 from the Palace. It's time to not hit 80s here. Well, I can do that, but I've also found that leaving the phone on OIS mode, optical image stabilization, it doesn't stay steady too well. I noticed that in the Bryans footage with my father, and at the Palace, it jitters after everything, even sounds. So I put it back on steady. Hopefully that'll work. Otherwise, this thing is too random, and I'm just going to go back to the camcorder routine. Anyway, I'm bowling with my buddy Chris off screen. You'll see him eventually, because per usual, I get to start and usually start stinking. And now for the professional crossing of the camera. And we start with the bowling god's middle finger, standing for 9. And as we know by buddy Chris, he tends to have a slow start and then starts kicking ass. Nice pitch, well, a little lift. But in an alternative pocket, which can help. That's better. Wow. Ooh, that was a good try. 8 and 8. I swore a 9 was coming.
There we go. Now we're starting to talk.
There we go. Stink frame of 4. You know that outside of that one freakish outing, we'll probably never get a non-stink frame event again. Nice. Ooh, ooh. Captain Strike. Just barely didn't get it. Spare. There it is.
There it is.
I know, I was about to say that. For those of you who bet that Chris would get the first mark in the series, you kind of broke even at Vegas. And another niner. Chris is filling in the spare. And okay, 6 fill. Looking good. I think Chris knows this place very well. I go around too much. Ah, 9. I like to stink up everywhere I go. Anywhere that I can. A fill and a 9er. At the 10. I gotta look at it in the editor. Is it me or am I actually going a little faster?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Sometimes it looks fast and I find out it really isn't. I can hit a whopping 27 miles an hour. My buddy Chris can do that too. At least he didn't find the hole. Now we gotta wait for the wood to settle. It thinks it's in New Palace lanes because it likes to roll around. Okay, I think it's still enough. Eight. As the rules, I put on myself. Minor lobs we let live. The arrows are too close to the lob line, so I gotta judge if it goes 3 feet past. At that point, I call it no good. I'm trying to set the standards for myself. It's a casual game. And mediocre 6. As I mentioned, I'm putting it back on steady to try to make the camera not shake. However, here at Mason's, I got the camera on the concrete floor next to the lanes, so it won't vibrate so much, or at all. Ooh, too far to the left, leaving the middle finger of the bowling gods and a piece of wood to guide it in if he veers off to the right. That's the left. 9er. And it's time for the halftime report once it's tabulated. And it's a rebuilder. We got the stinky 4 and the Met 6 for 38. That's an 8, believe it or not. Chris is halfway towards that 3-digit number. Decent spare fill there. 50. You think they want us to play more than normal?
I know.
Because I go cheap. 2. Another if it were only ball 2 moment. Got the 10. Out of the right. And 6. Well, he's bound to get a mediocre one. Does not look like it'll be a good game for me. Looks like mediocrity at this point. Ooh! Again. And the crooked pin is the one that stays up. How does that happen? Oh no! Well, he's still winning. No good. Now on a full rack, if a foul ball takes out any pins, you are allowed to reset, but it counts as a 0 for the first ball. So the best thing I can do now is a spare, and candlepin is known as an Emily, where you miss everything on the first ball, get everything on the second. Stink frame of 3. Kiss the good game goodbye. At least mediocrity is available. And at Mason's, that's actually a thing. Wait a minute, are all the pins there? Oh, it's a little offset. It looked like one was missing. Yeah, the 2 pin's a little offset, so it looked like the 8 was missing. Okay, sympathy points are not things I want. That's better, but... And the helicopter did nothing. He got 5. Still better than I'm doing. Even for lowest pinfall. Yep, this is a throwaway game. It's a 5. I'll be lucky to hit 70 at this point. Nice hit, but that happened. And that's called candlepin bowling. Or a strike ball could leave you that. Hit the wood on the left. It went for the right. And 8. See, I know what I'm supposed to do, I just can't do it.
There you go, first strike.
Now, if you put me on getting the first strike, Vegas pays you off 99 to 1. So if you put $1,000 on that, you're almost a millionaire. And since it's the last frame, 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. What will they add up to? Will they get me to a good game? Of course, 5. I needed 6 and 5. And El Stinko the bonus balls live up to their name with a 5 and fail to hit good territory. I got a strike, and that's the only thing good about it. And he won already. And lobbed, and no action there. He's got a 6. And the 3 and the 5 ruined everything. The strike was nice, but El Stinko the bonus ball lived up to their names. They both stunk, giving me a 79, so it's not a good game. 80 minimum, which meets the rough average ICBA standards have. Actual, full, middle of the road average is 90 for a capable bowler, and he got an 84. The 5 and the 6 hurt, but still did it. Still got a good game, and now it's time for number 2. And let's see if I can do at least as good of a start. Start with 5. And the stink train continues. It's a 5. I knew we wouldn't have as good a start as before. Oh, I don't know. The 4-pin falling was a good thing. Oh, that just made things worse. Is he going to try and be a hero and cap the wood, or go for points? Still an 8. Alright, a 7. Like I said, Mason's is reality land, which proves I never really got better at this. And the 1. My wrist kind of feels a little funny after that. It's not hurt. You know, when you strike something in there, and maybe that part of the body will feel a little weird for a little bit until it. That's what's happening. Still, a good bowler could compensate for that. You got an 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Say really? And a 10. I'm wondering if the strike is all I'm getting. I know it's young, but the day that is. I don't know if that was good. The wood could make up for that 2-pin falling. Now you can tell the difference between 2 and the 8. The 8's really dark looking. And that did help. The wood could and did. I'll take 8, no problem. Time for the spare. They can't see you anyway because it's zoomed in so they can see the pins better. There's the bonus at, oh, Caleri on the right. 5. It's an okay fill, but of course you would have won better. And takes care of war and conquest, leaving famine, death on the 9. Death is also the middle finger of the bowling gods. And 8. I swore I was going to hit it. It was that close. Still a 9. And 7 so far. He's got one of the triangles proper facing. And move too far back to help. And 10. Ball 2 moment there. All right, halftime report. It's almost the same, except except my score is 1 higher and his is 1 lower from my previous. 5 was the worst thing I did, then the 7. Chris, nothing really bad. Mediocre 5, Phil. 49. Problem with that. Yeah. Get your shoes No, actually. Not bad for a ball that was heading towards half point of Worcester. Ooh, that looks like a spare has got its name all over that.
You might say that.
Just has to hit the line. Or hit it on the right, either way. That's right, Sam, as he said, helicoptered. I know you love the helicoptered pins. And that's my worst stink frame so far, a 2. Once again, ruining a chance at a good game. I need a mark just to try and rebuild.
I know, well, we haven't crossed that bridge yet. We're getting really close.
Crossing what bridge?
Well, I told her the name of your
Yeah,
show.
I heard that part.
He says, what happens when he gets good? I says, well, he's
Yeah.
very good.
Cinderella moments happen, but that's about it. Oh. Wonder if my stink is stinking up too much. I think that's a 3. And El Stinko visits Chris with a 3 fill. It's a couple more. And 5 with a 3 fill. Curse of the fill. I was about to go, but then... And it's doing the new palace. While we wait, let's clear that piece of wood. Good enough. Yeah, that hurts. And the mason screw job there for now. Yeah, we had enough time to throw the ball to clear that piece of wood. I would take the hit if it somehow took out any of the pins anyway. Ooh, nice ball. Just not enough stuff on the left. Unfortunately, that stuff was already gone. And 8. And at this point, I'm going to do a stop and start, and we'll be back very soon. And we're back. Yep, this was the camera setting to keep the bowling as stable as possible. This is the way the picture frames itself before and after recording. Alright, time to sneak up another frame, maybe. Here you go. Bowling God's middle finger for 9. On a particular game show, Alex Trebek talked like this. Can you name the show? I'll give you a hint. It's very old. And it was around in 1980. I believe it started in the late 70s. Ooh. You can tell they don't know how to play. Ooh. Look what they left in the Colin Cube. Oh. A little too far to the right, but still a 9. Well, at least I hit mediocre. And a 7 for another mediocre game. Welcome to Masons, where it proves that I honestly never got better. Flying pin, but it did nothing. Now he's got the hardest set of pins to hit. The ones in the middle. Well, he's got 8 at least. Don't you wish I could say that more often? And another craptacular game for me. Well, sort of. The 2 really hurt. The 74, and my buddy Chris, he plays here all the time, so he knows the place, so of course he does. Good. 92. Alright, it's time for number 3. Can I actually hit good territory? How will that get ruined? We're starting at 10. Oh, and she got robbed. 4, 3, 2, 1! Wow. That would have been one of the most amazing backdoor strikes ever. And, of all places, Masons. Oh. Thought if it would be more to the right, which he was, it would have done it. And the bowling god flips him off of it. Yes, that actually went where I wanted. I felt the pain when you were there. Finally, another mark. Nice shot. And that's what a strike can do for you. Well, a strike ball, that is. I know what that's like. Here we go. Oh. Well, it's 8, yeah. Prove that way. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be?
Not a bad one.
The only thing that stinks about that, it wasn't a strike. But still, El Stinko did not stink, and we got 9. It's a high number, so we can't call that the curse of the fill. And off to the left. But still... I think they turned the magnets off. Oh, well, hey, got one. That's the good news. And 9's what he gets. That's too much of a lob. That's no good. Yeah, almost. Per usual, it hurts whenever we have to not accept something, because then it's always worse, almost. Except for that one time I got a strike.
There you go. There you go.
Some backdoor action. He's got 6. And 8. And the 10. And an 8. Just a hair right, but still. Got at least 8 of them.
There you go.
And spare. No, this was the part where a spare was supposed to happen. He did it right. He should have got the spare. Niner. And now for the halftime report with some very likely empty promises. For one, it shows that I'm actually beating him, and two, that I'm actually heading towards the century mark, which, it's Masons. You know that's probably never going to happen again. And if it does, it'll take a miracle. 45-52. He actually didn't shoot anything all that bad. It's just not adding up. Meanwhile, I got that 6. Take that. Of course, they're playing the music box, but can't even recognize the song, so it'll definitely survive YouTube. We're done with it. So it sounds like it. Alright, you got the hard one out of the way. Got that nightmare over with. Oh no! 4, 5, 7, 3. Weren't there, you could see that that they don't sit straight. After those first 2 balls, I'll definitely take 9. Hey, a good game is possible. Maybe even average ability. Average ability, according to the ICBA standards as they have in their record collections of casual league bowlers, average capability is 90. So the fudge factor of 10 most people have will be 80 to 100, although 100 would be a static. And 100 here is just amazing. For me, that is. Well, if it was going to go astray, that's where I would have wanted it. So if it hit 80, great. Good enough. It just happens to align with a childhood score that I tried to beat. Pure coincidence, and 9. say goodbye to the hundreds, it's an 8. Although that's kind of a given. On the plus side, I need just 1 point in the next 2 frames to hit good territory. Ooh, that's a good one, and then that happened. Say, careful. Nice shot, right where I'd have played it. God's telling you 100, you're not going to get. It's a no. I need 2 in the last frame for average ability. That's a 5. Yeah, 4 horsemen and the 2. All right, Phil, but obviously would like better than that. Phil 5 and 9 for the frame. 5 and That's not a bad thing, except for your tough reputation. Of course. And which does not end badly. I'm not going to say anything, but if you heard me, you would have heard the score I got. Welcome the Masons. Okay, maybe, maybe not.
That was looking like a perfect ball and then went left.
And come on, go in the gutter. There we go. This ain't Brian's where they let me do it myself. Ooh, 9. Here's the first, people. I win against him, and he did not suck. That's a first. He did good, and I won it still. What went wrong there? The fact that I can't get 100. Still 96.90. I'm still happy with 96. And this halftime report is, and that halftime report is brought to you by T&C Bank and Trust, downtown Fitchburg, Massachusetts, for all your jackpot needs. Time to start the second half. An 8 from a Steve Brunchuk special. Yes. Nice out after what just happened. I know. Try a new thing on the next frame where I throw the ball towards the pins. I hate it. Ooh, a little bit full, but still got the 7. With a wobbly 7 to match it. Should have went for the piece of wood, hit it on the far left. Could have sprayed him great. Ow! Very tough to hit it in that sweet spot in that case, though. Still an 8. And we have we got ourselves a Bogey Lanes moment here where the pin setter failed. I don't know.
First time I've ever seen happen. I was going on my second ball, the thing started coming down on me. I didn't even see it.
Those usually get fixed pretty quick. They may be old and may be reliable, but they're still wrong. Yeah. And a 1. Well, this game's in the garbage chute. Outside mark. Nice shot. I think that piece of wood would be very helpful. And spare. That's almost the opposite of what happened to me. Still doesn't really help much, but taking a 10 regardless. Yeah, we discovered there is a reason why he said his balls are heading in the left direction. Lane is slightly tilted left in a spot. Funny thing is, I'm supposed to do better on left tilted lanes. And I got the 96. That's about it. And almost some more action. And niner, pulling God's middle finger. We both didn't pay attention to the fill, so he's going to call it a 5. He might have done better, he might have done worse. gets nowhere. Two into 6. Needs to hit the 2 on the left. Hits it on the right. And it's a 9. And it's time to do the stop-start thing. And we're back. And we're back with the halftime report. Pretty sad for me, especially that right there. And the 6 doesn't help either. Meanwhile, Chris is doing well, except we don't know about the 5. 3350. Why not just go through the footage? You know how hard that is to do on a phone? With the interface, it doesn't let you pick and choose exactly where to start. Someone will add it up. We know somebody always adds the scores along as they're watching the video. Is it just one that does? They'll tell you what your real score is. 7. Typically 7s are okay, but not in this game. Looks like a stinker, never mind even mediocre. Nice hit, and then that. Ouch. He leaves a 10 pin in what New Palace, King of the Palace, refers to it as the cluster bunch. And he comes out of it with an 8. And an 8. Need some better stuff to kind of at least hit mediocrity. Nailed it. Actually, that's quite possible still. Ow! Well, at least I got one.
Alright. We'll start with the last game. I don't see it right. 7.
Now that was a lot better. 9, and that'll be it. Go for it directly, which is tough, or hit the pile slightly to the left. He goes for the direct route and misses. Not a bad try, though. 9. They get a spread here and then say how good it is. If you don't play it that much, whatever. They also have one of those messed up pin setters where the table comes down after the sweep's done. Someone replied when they saw one of the pin setters do that, saying, there's pretty unsafe voltages in that area when it's set up like that. You might want to fix 17, I think 16 or 18, one of them. 5 is like that. The sweep is up. Now the table comes down. Chris has an 8. Fortunately, I stunned, but technically, because it was stable, then it fell over, I could be awarded that point, but I'd rather do it myself. At least it's mediocre. I just last frame once he's done his, and I just need 1 point for mediocrity. Not bad. Ooh, come on. Well, it's Mason's. And the spare. There you go. And another mediocre game. Close, but no cigar. Actually, it wasn't close, but it's still an alrighty. Half Worcester, left side, very crooked 3-pin. I think they've had that for a while because it's in one of their pictures on their website. Half Worcester, so it's a El Stinko too. And again, we kind of weren't paying attention, but the half-wister leave with the crooked pin that I was referencing, that was kind of easy to remember. And an 8. At least he gets a decent out. And here we are again. Mediocrity level. Nothing really bad in the bottom half. I mean, 7s typically are okay, but when you have crap like that, especially that, you need more. Like Marks, like Chris got. Unfortunately, El Stinko the bonus ball visited him. Still 73.95, but still, he did good in that game, and I beat him. That's a first. So I got something out of this outing. Start with the middle finger of the bowling gods for 9. Telling me you're not going to do well here. I don't get any of that. Out of 10. Surprise in the back row. Gave me 8. So at least we saw Bowmore do the Bogey Lanes thing today. I haven't seen. Go ahead. I was gonna say, we haven't seen one do a Bayberry yet, though. That's when the table completely falls on the pins it sets. What the heck? And go into the gutter, or do we need to go get some assistance? Probably not. Good. Wow. Welcome to Masons. Not a bad try. That's actually a good outcome for that. 7. Well, after what happened, not bad. I mistimed the sweeper. If it was going fast enough to clear it on the first shot, I would have hit the fence. And they count a gutter ball pin. Yeah, you can't see them. But lane number 5, they're counting gutter ball pins. And when you don't play this game that often, you don't really know the rules, and there it goes. I was going to say, if that didn't fall, being the pin that's crooked and all. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. So close. Bowling God says nope and flips him the bird. And another Mason's robbery there. Which proves in this place. And he's got a new palace right. Everything you knock down you deserve. Even if it's a gift, you earned it. Spare. Curve loft. It was heading for the piece of woodage. Would have done it, and then it went left. At least I got the 10. Or 9. That 4-pin was taunting him, so he taught it a lesson. The magic crooked pin is the 5-pin. Yeah, I think that one was snickering. it's the head pin on the right side, he could clean house. Oh my, wow, that's a 3. Oh, that's a 2. Well, Chris has an ultimate stink frame, but still, it's better than mine. And another middle finger that the sweeper has to take care of. 9er. And no pins. Uh-oh. I think this is the part where it lays down pins. There it goes. Somebody went to Relay Logic. Every place it has it screws up. And the 4 horsemen remaining. Fairly evenly, 8. Fairly evenly distanced. Usually the pin setters aren't perfect, and you'd see a little extra distance between some of the pins. We got a piece of wood that's rocking back and forth. All right, it's I don't know if that is a second ball moment or not. 10. Just on. And 10. Kingpin remains this time for the 9. Doesn't happen too often. The 5-pin was the one standing by itself. Nice shot, and then that's why candlepin is so hard. And that's why Southerners that come up here to play this game that like to name themselves after the inventor of the toilet like the game so much. And an 8. Two frames to go. I need that many to make a good game. Niner. Yeah, I just pointed out 14 has the very late pin setter. Which again, someone pointed out, when the table comes down after a sweep is done, it's actually quite dangerous to be around that pin setter because lethal voltages. Technically it's lethal current. Voltage doesn't kill you. After all, when you get a static shock from touching a doorknob on a very dry, cold day, you're literally got 10, 20, 30,000 volts going through it. But the current is so low, it's just a little prick of a zap. Oh, trying to be fancy with the wood didn't work. Good news is it's 8. So close to average ability, but no. Not unhappy. Pocket hit. Oh, wow. Stink frame of 3. Back to the normal way, where the only way I could win is if he sucks at it. And there you go. The 2 way up there and the 3 there, 74. Meanwhile, I had 9s on that 10, 87. Time for the final game. Just so it all fit in, we'll do the stop and start, and we'll be back. Now we're back for the final game. Let's see what happens. End on a positive note or the usual. that before, and we know how it can end. 10. And maybe the wood. There we go. The wood helped them. At least it's 8. Part of the right. All right, we got an 8. You are watching the most professional high-class candlepin bowling on YouTube. Brought to you by TNC Bank and Trust in Fitchburg for all your jackpot needs. Nice shot, but then you get that. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. And made harder by playing at Mason's. That's a good one. A little too far right. Looking good. Stays on for the 10. That's one of the answers. The others. Leaving the help I could have used. It's an 8. You know how that goes. You get that favorable little piece of wood to say spare all over the 4 horsemen. I either go to the right or take out the far 2. Nonetheless, it's an 8. That 8 pin makes it, believe it or not, it's something that can make it easy. Or aim for the hole. But that's a 5. Like I said, being casual, minor lobs are like that one a while ago definitely did not. Finally another mark. I think that's only 3 the whole time. Yeah, I only got 3 marks the whole time. Wow, that piece of wood helped, but ouch. What an awful way to have 6 pins standing. 1, 5, 3, and 9. What a horrible way to leave up 6. I hate that. It's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? The strike sucked. The spare, first one, was good. What will this one be? Kind of a crappy ball. Good 7, but a not so good leave. Oh, just missed it. Now that one just barely stayed on.
Oh, it came back. Safe. It went around.
Good shot, and then leaves the 5 and 8. And 8 will remain. All right. Halftime report, again, don't count on it happening. Yeah, Chris has had a hard time. 5, 6, and 8, 37. And I got the spare with a good fill of 7, and then a 10. And I got a 5 and a squiggle. Or a 53. And we got that spot in the pin deck that they love to roll around. All right. It might happen again. Oh crap, I said it out loud. It might happen again. I said it loud. Might not happen. James might have heard it and he's going to curse me now. I don't think the kid liked me that much. And I'm wondering if by affiliation he's getting you too. Seems when I do this, it usually winds up good, but not always. El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. The sharp point on our scoring system malfunctioned, so we had to go and get another scoring system from another table. All right, time for El Stinko. That could have been a curse. El Stinko delivers with a 1, so it was a 50-50 day. I know there's more frames, but how they've been coming, that's probably it. Well, I got 9. Too bad the fill sucked. Oh. You throw a perfectly good ball like that, and then you leave a 4, 7, and 10. How does that happen? Masons, that's how that happens. Oh no! No, 7. I'll go for it. Almost. Either way, it winds up being a 9, because if I went for the points, it would have been a 9. Generally, it's not advised to go for glory, but what the heck. Still possible, but I'm not putting any money on it. Come up. Oh, well, at least one of the wobblies fell. I need 18 points for the last 2 frames to... There, I cursed myself. Bowling odds middle finger. So chances are I'll end with a 97. Or a 96. Those numbers seem to be a thing here. And maybe, nope. You never know. Sometimes the helicopters go backwards. There. And Chris gives the bowling odds the exact same gesture that he just received for the 9. But the bowling odds don't realize it's 9. I say it. It's a 6. I needed 18. It's all gone. We know how I play. Maybe the bowling gods will pay attention to someone else and I'll get it. And okay. It's got the diamond in the middle. And 7. Hey, I just need that many to hit average ability, so that's good in itself. And there, I hit average ability. As predicted.
Now you can say that.
And there it went. Still, I'm not upset with the score, but still, I've only hit 100 once, and it still remains that way. At least the Chicago Cubs can win the World Series. Can't say a Chicago Cubs did because they at least won. But before 2016, you get it. And it ends with a 7. Alright, so half of the games were good, at least. For me. And like I said, with the exception of, where is it? This guy, the only way I can win is if he sucked at it. A lot of 7s, a 3, 6 and a 5, 70, me 95. So here we go, game 1, 79 with a strike, which sucks in its own. 84, he wins. 74, 92, he wins. Game number 3, 96-90. I win, and he didn't suck in that one. 73-95, he wins. 87-74, I win. 95-70, win. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I got, yeah, 3 of the 6 games were good for me. So that'll be it from Mason's Bowling Center, Leominster, Massachusetts, for Impromptu Bowling with my buddy Chris. And there will not be an episode of Impromptu for Saturday, September 30, 2017, because that day before King of the Palace airs, I'm filming, which you can't do because it doesn't have film. I'm recording a special presentation of Watch Me Suck at Bowling Triple Challenge. Yours truly against Steve Bronchuk. And we're recording that before they record September's King of the Palace. So that being said and all that wonderful stuff, Georgia 551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.